We are back, y'all. So we're about to shift gears a little bit, and we're about to talk about Power Book of Ghosts. I was about to say too, Power Book Force. So we're about to talk about Tommy and them and everything that they had going on and all the shenanigans. How you doing? How you doing again, ladies? Y'all ready?
Yep.
All right. All right, y'all. What's up, chat? What is up, everybody? I saw that Brown Sugar said that she already liked the direction that this one is going this particular season. I was saying the same thing earlier as well. So we just gonna jump right into the episode, y'all. Let me get my slides up. How was you feeling about this episode, Moochie?
I like this episode. I thought we're seeing a lot of things transpire, but it was certain things I had my little rants for my review, so I thought there was a lot going on. I did have some kind of the whole with Tommy getting the pow pow. I think it was kind of like they made him look like a superhero, but we've been dealing with that for a while now. So I mean, at least this is the first time in Power's career that he has taken a bullet, though. So I get it.
He did. He did take a bullet. How was you feeling, Tamika? What's your vibe check on it?
Yeah, I'm here for this. I'm liking the season so far. The direction we going in. Um, I was here for this. I thought it was a good episode, but there was some little cheesy moments in there, and I wanted to see Tommy get shot or beat up or something. I was like, listen, I need to see that. That's what I said before the season started. So I was like, oh, he did get shot, but then it was like he did pop up quick too. Okay, but
can I ask y'all something? Did y'all think he got hit twice when you saw it? I did, because at first I thought he got like his arm got grazed, and then when I saw it was just that little one on the side, I was like, it looked like he got hit twice, because it was like, when I looked at the scene.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think so, but child, you never know. Right. Hey, Greta. Hey,
yeah,
how
I didn't
you doing?
think so. I just was like, oh wow, Tommy got shot. Okay. I said they be listening to us. They know what we want, but
it seemed like everything that we talked about, we trying to make it happen, y'all. You see.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hey, Bria. Thank you. Look at you trying to make us feel all good up in here. Okay, y'all. So let's get into this episode. Okay, so first and foremost, we start out with the lieutenant, y'all. The lieutenant who, we know is Stacy's. I don't. Are they married, y'all? I think they married. I think this is her husband. But whoever they together.
I think so too. Yeah. Stacy.
So he's at the scene. He's at the scene of Chewy's death, and apparently he know how to get his information, because first thing first, he go right on over to, what do you say, chicken wine. Yes. Tamika, talk to me about this scene. What did you think about just how everything kind of transpired, and what was your feels about how this was going to eventually end, or where this was going to go?
I like this. He seemed like he know the people, he know the area, he already knew who Chewy was. I liked how he checked the officer who he said, you need to get up out of here, because when he said you people, and I think the fact that him and Stacy have a relationship, I don't know if it's marriage or whatever, but kind of like made it make a little bit more sense. Not saying he couldn't have had that same feeling without that, but I felt like, oh, okay, yeah, that's probably why he was going so hard with it as well. And how he knew, to come over here to Mr. Chicken Wing. It was like if he was playing the music, guiding him to him, like, hey, I'm over here. And the whole, I ain't no snitch, but, if the dollars is right. Okay. And then he gave him, the breakdown. So we definitely saw that he, knows how to do his job.
For sure. I liked how like he was, like when he was saying that he ain't no snitch. I'm like, okay, don't snitch then, just tell it, bro.
Right.
Just go ahead.
I like that he called Chewy a pancake, because he flip flopped.
Yes.
Okay. He said
I like the way he said that. And this rookie cop, he kind of pissed me off. So
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. Okay,
And
y'all. So let's move on to the next scene, which is
mm,
where
mm,
our boy Diamond, he
mm,
doing what he do, and your boy Tommy pops up. Listen, Diamond
mm.
say he ain't got time for all this. Diamond had a couple of scenes this particular episode where he just like, forget it. I done been out, and it's just time for me to, I've been locked up for a while. It's time for me to do what I do. But Tommy comes
Mhm.
in and Tommy is letting him know, like, hey, I took care of that situation. Moochie, what did you think about Diamond's response? Do you think that it was some validity to what he was saying, that he was right?
He was right. He don't know what they getting into right now, Tommy, by doing this, because it's not like New York. They're very territorial there. And everybody's like, you causing, there's always somebody that wants to retaliate when something happens, and it's kind of fast. They act on it real quick. When something happens, it's going to be a reaction. So he's not understanding the ramifications of this right now. And plus,
Exactly. And
Yeah.
we saw
Diamond
Diamond storm
definitely
that
wasn't
it was
Diamond definitely wasn't lying, but at the same time, he should be used to Tommy by now and know he ain't gonna really be trying to listen to him. But I know if I was that chick, Tommy would have got cursed out by me. Okay, you'd have had to leave him back out. It's
she
mad
run out
rude.
there.
I know that's right. What up, Big
You
Tony? What
seeing
up? What up?
Diamond
What up?
strong back.
Hey.
Okay. Yes, he did, girl. I'd be liking them backs. But yes, I
Mm,
was like, okay, I see you, Diamond. But okay, y'all. So let's move on to we get to Jannard and his crew, which is treason. And ironically, that's their name, but I'm not even gonna go there. But anyway, so we get to them, and of course, they done found out about Chewy, and he's bringing the news. And it's always that one in the bunch that that be ready to go. And we found this one. Did y'all kind of have the same feeling that I had, like that this was gonna be the one that's about to act the fool, that's about to go against the grain, or how was you feeling about that, Tamika?
Yeah, pretty much. You can already tell who the hotheads are. I mean, Jannard is a hothead himself, so he got a bunch of hotheads underneath him. You definitely knew that Chewie was gonna be the next in line to stir the pot.
Oh yeah, 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 for sure. So, and this particular part right here, I was just like, okay, dude is about to, he about to go left. He ain't gonna listen to nothing that Jannard got to say. But Jannard did give the word, though. He wanted to
Mm-hmm.
take Tommy out. So right here, he's telling them that it's cool. But
Right.
then later, we're gonna have to flip it, because I've been saying Jannard makes no sense, y'all. Like Jannard doesn't. I don't know how he ran CBI. Somebody was saying maybe it wasn't really him running it. Maybe Diamond was truly running it from the inside, because how
Mm-hmm.
does he
Yeah,
make all
Mochi
these
said
bonehead
that.
plays?
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy. Crazy. Okay, y'all, let's talk about this right here, Moochie. So we get and we see Vic. He's sitting at the grave site, at Gloria's grave site, and Tommy walks up. Talk to me about this scene. What'd you think about it? And kind of tell us what happened in the scene.
I believe they both know what's up. They know that they know who did what and who did what. So he knows that Vic knows who took out Liliana, and Vic knows who deaded Dahlia, who basically took Dahlia, put Dahlia out there where it's no more, where it's not good anymore. So, what's I, I, he knows where to find them. People were saying something about that earlier, and I just feel like, where else would he be? He's mourning her. You knew that he knew. Tommy knows how Vic felt about Gloria. So yeah, of course he knows
Exactly.
she's gonna be there.
What up, Monique? What up? What up? What up? Glad you stayed up with us tonight. We appreciate you. We definitely do. What up, AG? Yeah, I think they both know what's up and they just need confirmation and they need him to say it because I feel like Tommy knows that it was Claudia who did the do. So, Tamika, let's move
Mm-hmm.
on to this scene and let's talk about this shenanigans and this foolishness that happened here. So, every time Walter Flynn come into the screen, y'all, I just be grasping my fist every single time because he just works my nerves. Like he just that character that get on my nerves with every word that comes out of his mouth. But we see that he has the supplier has some drugs that he wants him to move, but turns out that they're tainted, right? And this wants to move them in the South Side, because he don't want to give bad drugs to his own people for crying out loud. Talk to me about this particular scene, what you thought about it, and just anything that you got to say about it. Hit us with it.
Yeah, that pissed me off. I can't say I'm surprised. Of course, he's like, oh, well, I'm not gonna harm my own people, and it's like, oh yeah, we can send it to the South Side. So I was like, basically where the black people's at, because of course we don't care if they start dropping, because first thing he said was that if they OD, Novocaine, basically went help them, and then Paulie's like, oh yeah, well you need to bring the kids in definitely for this one, so that way they would be able to handle it. Yeah, that just annoyed me. I was like, all right, Walter, we getting tired of you now.
Exactly. And it's crazy because I feel like at this point he needs I think he even accepted it because of the money situation. It felt like in a normal circumstance he might not have accepted this. But it felt like he was almost like I ain't got no choice. Was that the feeling you was getting, Moochie, or what?
I felt like he had to listen to Paulie. Paulie was making the most sense right now. Look, we gotta pay back Dublin, because if we don't pay Dublin back, it's they're gonna try to wipe us off the map. They're gonna try to take dead the whole. I'm sorry, they're trying to unalive the whole bloodline. So yeah, so he knows that right now, even his life is on the line if Walter Flynn don't get it together. Because he's part of his crew. He's his number 2.
Yep, absolutely. So Tamika, actually Moochie, let's talk about this situation right here. So we have what's his name? Boyle, something, whatever his name is, Doyle,
Brendan.
I think.
Brendan.
What is it?
Brendan Doyle.
Yeah,
Brendan
okay.
Doyle.
Yeah, Doyle. So we have him and Claudia. We know that she needed something. When I first saw this scene, I was like, Claudia needs something. What does she want? What's she trying to do? So what did you think about what it was that she was after, and what was the purpose? Do you think she's doing this with good intention or just trying to, being Claudia?
Being Claudia, she using what she got to get what she want. He over there, he doing more money than she was. He was. Like, he was doing more moaning than she was. But now that she found out if Dodd doesn't pay us off with his head, she's gonna use this to her advantage.
Absolutely.
And I think she's been holding this card close to her chest. And I'm gonna stick right in the pocket with this. I feel like she's using what she got to get what she want. He's letting her know this, but he's saying he's going to carry it out. So to me, Claudia feels like it's her time now, and she's being held back. She might make a move. I don't think she's capable of taking out her father, though.
She should have just went ahead and let Liliana got her, because I would have much rather had Liliana than her. Yeah, Liliana is a sore subject for me.
He was about to take out Walter Flynn, right, Liliana? And that's how she got.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should let it go down.
Exactly. And then because Vic didn't want to be in it, so then you could have ran everything, and there you go. But nah, she wasn't thinking quick on her feet, Tamika. Tamika, let's talk about your boy Diamond and Jannard. So there's gonna be a moment when Jannard is like, "Look, I'm gonna have to go talk to my brother because at the end of the day, they're still brothers." That part is true. What did you think about this conversation? How Jannard received it, and all of that good stuff?
Yeah, I laughed at this part because I said just yesterday y'all was saying it's going to fight. You see him take him out. You see him take him out. But now Diamond coming over here and that fake pat down they did. I said, please, what But nonetheless, once he started talking to him, even though Jannard tried to be like, I ain't scared of you. You think I'm scared of Tommy Goofy? Now I laughed at that too. And it's like, yeah, you should be. You ain't about nothing, but he knew Diamond was speaking facts. So even though he wanted to try to act like, I don't need you to come over here and give me no advice, I'm good. At the end of the day, he knew the bigger picture was, yeah, how I'm sitting here worried about running behind Tommy when I'm literally in the freaking midst of Owen, the Serbs, and Miguel and them at the same time. I got bigger fish to fry. And so, of course, that's when he wanted to let the boys know the update, and they wasn't too happy with that. But it didn't make sense in the first place. Like, that's what you should be worried about.
It's true.
Absolutely.
He
Absolutely.
gave
Go
him
ahead,
big
Mookie.
brother advice, even in
Yeah.
war.
Yeah. And went and poked him in his chest.
Yeah, I love that part. I just think it just goes to show that Jannard wants to be the man, but not necessarily can make the right decisions and the right choices when it comes to, because Tommy shouldn't have never been a priority at this point. After you split CBI in half, now you are down by a lot. You know what I'm saying? And you got the Serbs and Miguel both on you. Like, this ain't the time to be thinking about Tommy. Tommy is the last person that you need to deal with. You know exactly what the Serbs are going to do. As long as Tommy is over there with your brother, you know that you pretty much are pretty safe for the most part. So let Tommy be, because what we've learned from him so far is that if you don't bother him, he won't bother you. Or if you don't come in the middle of something that he need, you
Right.
will it. But you so bitter about him picking your brother, picking him over you, and your brother telling you, listen, I picked the bag. Like, I didn't pick him. I picked the bag. I picked common sense. I picked what made the most sense. So yeah, that was definitely interesting. Moochie, let's talk about Vic and this daddy, because here we go. You know what I'm saying? The daddy done popped up, and Vic is in a slump. I mean, what you think about this?
Look, he using cocoa to wake up. He ain't washing his booty. He just all sorts of messed up right now. And he's like, I need you to work with my son. I'm just saying, like, he don't want to work with him because that's the way he did to Gloria. So we already know this. And he just like, look, I don't want no parts of this. I don't want no parts of my sister. I'm done with all of y'all. So yeah, I was all right with this at first, because I'm figuring he's not gonna be in the game at all at this point right here.
Yeah, and I can't wait to talk about the ending, because I want to know you guys' thoughts about that for sure. So let's move on, because I mean, this is what it is when it's all said and done. He need Vic to come and help with the South Side, and Vic ain't trying to hear it. He ain't. This is not what he's
One
trying to
thing
do.
I did like in that conversation, because I just felt like that was rinse and repeat. And the two things we knew in this episode is everybody know where to find Vic, and Vic gonna find a bottle. But I like when he told him, "You just want a pawn, and I'm not it." I did like when he said that to him.
He knew that though. He know his
Absolutely.
father.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna fall for that again. I'm not gonna
Abso-freaking-lutely.
fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
Right.
Okay. Tamika, let's talk about this for a second. We're going to shift gears and go back to the barbershop. So apparently, Diamond still got his barbershop, and this guy pops up. This guy who I still don't have a full feel for just yet because I still feel like everybody got a price. But this guy seems pretty hard. What'd you think about this entire scene? Tommy coming in, all that stuff. Just kind of run us down with it.
Yeah, he definitely is a player by the book type of guy, at least from what we see. And we know that he has some type of background with church and, I guess religious beliefs, and saying that he believe people need second chances. But he also seems like he's straight by the book. It made me laugh because Tommy did not know how to read the room. I felt like he normally could catch on to things, and he over here, yeah, I got an appointment and this. And it's like, homeboy taking out a cup talking about, yeah, nah, you ain't gonna be taking nobody else, and there ain't no haircuts going down. You're gonna go in the back and pee in this that gonna come for me. So that had me laughing. But that barbershop was looking like it was getting busy, like he getting his little customers, he got. So I mean, even though we know he dabbling in the other business, he got that part of it straight too, at least in the meantime. And then, of course, he literally had to send Tommy a text to let him know, like, you're going to have to go without me, my PO officer. Yeah, I was like, that, Tommy.
Okay, Tommy, read the room, bro. Read the room. All right, y'all. So let's move on to this right here, Moochie. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Moochie.
With this scene, I thought how he did that drug test in front of his customers, that was disrespectful. Mm-hmm. And he should be reported about that. You messing up his client. You could be messing up his clientele by doing that. You looked around, read the room, stood like a lot of people, and then you gonna put this cup out here in front of everybody, and then you wasn't even discreet about it.
At all.
That pissed me off.
Yeah, all right, we can only assume that everybody knows that he was locked up. We don't know that. We don't know who knows that he was locked up. So, I mean, that's a very good point. But that just goes to show that that's one of those things and those tactics that people use to try to belittle people or to show some kind of strength of power. That's when you got that power thing going on. And I don't like that. People like that is shaky to me. But Mookie, let's talk about your boy Jannard, and I don't know what his old goofy friend is, but the dude who is like, look, Jannard is like, after he talks to his brother, he realizes that this is stupid. Like, I need to be focused on this business right here. I got these Serbs, I got, I got the Merkovich, I got Miguel. Like, I need to focus on this. So we deading that. But oh boy is not trying to hear that. What you think about that whole situation with this dude? And did you feel like he was going to try to do something?
I knew he was going to try to do something, little K. But to me, once all of that happens in the street, you're going to make the block hot where y'all not going to be able to move product. Like, why would, once that happens, nobody makes money. And now everything's going to be shut down, I think. They're going to have to shut things down for a little bit. And they all got to move money because they all got to move money to make things happen. So, I just think this guy, he needed to be put in line right away. Like, look, this is what we doing. We're not saying right now. It's not the time for it, but we gonna get back to it. That's all he had to tell me. He did tell him that, but it was like, nah, I gotta do it now. You always get that one person.
Always. I don't know where. I think I missed my slides up, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out where they at. But yeah, no, you for sure. It's always that one person that just can't read the room. Like with everything we've been saying, it's always that one person who gotta get out of line. Tamika, you got any thoughts on this while I'm trying to pull this up?
Yeah, I agree with Moochie. Like, Jannard don't have no control over his crew. He's not making the money the way he's supposed to. He got these other issues he needs to be worried about. It's too much happening at one time. But I mean, he is the one that lit the fire in the first place, saying, "Oh, I know it was Tommy for sure. That's our target. And I know my brother didn't do that." But it's like once he said what he said, that should have just been common sense to everybody. Where it's like, yeah, you right. We supposed to be out here making sure we getting this money together and handling our other business. But you know,
Exactly, because he gonna be there. Like Tommy gonna be there, and that's the time.
exactly.
And plus, why not let him get his guard down a little bit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Thank
why not
you.
do that?
Hmm.
Thank you.
But some people be so trigger happy and ready to go avenge somebody's death that he don't even know you avenged his death, bruh. Like he
Right.
gone. But anywho, let's move on to this right here because for whatever reason, Claudia just keeps thinking that her dad is actually going to give her a real chance. And in this moment, he has no choice but to come to her because Vic done turned him down. Moochie, what you think about this?
I believe she still don't believe him wholeheartedly because she's still holding that card close to her chest with what she learned from Brendan. Because she could have told him this right now. But I was like, once she ain't tell him, I said she still don't believe him either after what he did last season. Even though he knows she moved Dahlia, he feels like he's in a rock and a hard place where he gotta go to his daughter, but he doesn't want to. He doesn't still trust it wholeheartedly.
Yeah. He's still on that you a girl stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy that's literally what the issue is. You have a son who really doesn't want to be a part of the game at all. He hasn't wanted to be a part of the game since we've met this character. It feels like you're forcing him to do it. He just wanted to go be with Gloria and
Right.
live happily ever after. That's it. It's crazy. But you got this daughter who want to be all in. Tamika, let's talk about this shootout because this shootout right here, it was a lot going on. Tommy goes to make the drop, of course, because we know Diamond can't go with him. And here we are. Um, he has to save Miguel's ass. What did you think about this?
Yeah, this thing was interesting. There definitely was a lot going on. I thought it was interesting that we over here talking about, what's up? I do Julio for Queens, and everybody know that you dared on Tommy Egan. The whole Chicago gonna be like Tommy Egan, Tommy Egan, Tommy Egan. I was like, all right, but like I said, I was actually happy to see Tommy get popped. I knew he wasn't dying. We know that because he the freaking star of the show anyway. But I was glad to see him get hurt, and now of course that give him leeway a little bit with Miguel because it's like, all right, he came, helped us, he was catching a couple of people himself. Plus he got hurt, so of course he's telling them to bring him in and stuff like that. And I think that gave him like a little bit more trust where he's concerned because we already know like with Chicago, everything is kind of separate, so that's why every time Tommy's coming around, they like what the guy told him at first, no whites allowed. And Tommy was like, well, green is allowed because you figured you would have, the white people over here, Hispanics or whatever over there, black people over here. They're not like New York where we probably would see more of a mixture. And Tommy keeps trying to emphasize that all we care about is the green. But
Absolutely.
yeah, I like that scene. But I was like
Absolutely.
thinking that he was gonna be more hurt than what he was though.
Me too.
Okay, exactly. When he went down, I was like, "Oh, he went down, down," but then it wasn't nothing. It wasn't a down, down.
Right. And the way he went down, it was a little like
I know.
Okay,
And
I
then you
thought he was
saw him
hurt,
sitting
hurt.
there all slumped over and stuff.
uh-huh.
Mhm.
And I was
Saw him
like,
sitting
Tamika.
there
oh,
all
shout
slumped
out to
over.
Julio. Julio was my boo.
Okay,
I
yeah, Julio. When they
know.
mentioned his name, I was like, "Oh, okay." And then, but I thought the same thing you thought. I was like, "Dang, everybody know who Tommy is now."
Right.
Yeah,
You
if
definitely ain't a
people that
ghost no
like
more.
him recognize him, what about people that can't stand him?
Exactly.
That's coming. If you mm,
Girl,
Yeah.
somebody said, "Nah, Tommy healed up quick."
Yes.
yeah, he can be
So
walking
low
out there
PK.
like nothing happened. Like holding
Right.
his blood and nothing. I was like,
Mhm.
Okay.
oh Lord.
All right, yeah. Let's talk about Stacy for a minute. So Stacy was trying to get a task force, but she can't get this task force for whatever reason. Uh one of the reasons is that she seems to have a history with the Chicago PD, and they just really ain't feeling her, and they not trying to give her this task force. They don't seem to care about what she's talking about. They don't care that there's a major player, that there's a person that can connect all of the major players. They don't care about that. They don't care that they could do something that New York hasn't done. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't care about that at this moment. And I think it all has to do with her personally. I think this is personal. So
It is.
girl, why the cat scared me? I was like, what?
Hi, Kayla.
Okay,
She
I'm
was
sorry.
like, what you mean? What you talking about?
It was like angled like this, and she said, "Look, I gotta see." Okay, but so what did you think, Moochie, about the fact that they don't want to get anywhere near this? Are you kind of leaning on the same page as me that it's her?
It is her. She
Yeah.
She have a civil rights suit or something like that.
Yeah, she had a suit against the CPD, probably with treatment and all of that. Yeah, so they're gonna take that personal. That makes sense.
Yep. They don't care about the rest of the stuff. So y'all, Tommy and old girl Myra have is it Myra? I'm gonna go with Myra. That sounds better. Morel.
Maria.
I'll be calling her Maria. I know it's Maria, but
Maria.
Listen, we done all gave her all different names at this point. Ooh,
I know. I had my homegirl is named that, so that's how I know. And she spelled it the same way.
Yeah, I'm not good at pronouncing these names, but her and Tommy have another moment, and this time she actually takes the time to flirt with him back a little bit. This go around, y'all. Tamika, what you think about this?
I mean, we know it's coming. We know it's coming. No matter how much she gonna keep telling Tommy, "Oh, you need to get out of here," and I told you, see, you already shot and all of that. We already know it's coming. Okay, it's just taking a little longer than he probably thought it would. Shoot, it seemed like everybody was getting it in this episode, but him. But the whole "your eyes is pretty." Oh, your eyes is cute too. And then it's like, no matter what, we still got time to flirt, even though we shot.
Okay.
But yeah, that's no shock. We know that's gonna come.
Absolutely. But the way that she told him that he was hurt, I was like, oh, okay. Like, because he wanted to act like he wasn't hurt. And it's like she got serious for a second. I was like, okay, I might actually like this little love connection. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Moochie, say her name for me again so I can get it right from Monique. I'm about Monique, watch this. I'm gonna get it right. Say it one more time.
Maria.
Girl, why you gotta say it like that? Say the English version.
Okay, I won't roll my R's, okay? Maria.
Maria. There we go.
I'm trying not to say it with a New York accent, but it is.
I got it. Maria.
I'm not gonna remember it though, right?
I'm gonna mess it up again. But yeah, so I thought this was cute. But what's even more funnier is that these guys are actually sitting there talking about a drop that's about to go down, and Tommy is going to overhear it. I thought that was kind of reckless. That
loud, right by the door, and in English. Seriously.
Exactly. So you already know.
That's the part that was unbelievable to me.
Yeah, that was just a little too
convenient.
Too convenient right there. So, but y'all know Tommy, and y'all know what's about to go down. He got some information, and he's always gonna take the opportune moments. So let's talk about Abuelita. Is that how you say it? I'm trying to learn my Hispanic words. You on mute. You gotta correct me.
Abuela.
Abuelo.
Abuela.
Yeah, let's.
I could be pronouncing it wrong. I don't really. I just know like certain words with Spanish, like the curse.
Girl, grandmother, grandmama, grandmama. How about that? So what?
Not the mama, grandma.
AG spelled it out. That's not gonna help your girl out. Your girl just is bad when it comes to.
The abuela.
You gonna have to put like a. Yeah, I'm just not good. But Tamika, what you think about the first meetup? I mean, people have been hyping this character up, and we've we've known that she's the brains behind the operation. And I'm going to talk about something else in a little bit, but what'd you think about just meeting her for the first time? Did she give you like a Griselda feel, or what was your feel?
Yeah, I was here for Grandma Griselda before we even got. When we just seen her pictures, I was like, she gonna be about that business. She probably the one in charge. So when was waiting, yeah, I was waiting to see her come on the scene, and she knew that Tommy was the white devil right off the bat. I was cracking up when he was like, "Oh, you fly, you got the Snoop Dogg car." She was looking like if Look to Kill, he would have been dead right then. So
I don't know why he did that.
Grandma don't play.
That was like a bad look for him.
Oh, I think I got it. Abuela.
Yes, abuela.
Look at y'all, got me up in here. But yeah, that was interesting. I was here for grandmother too, though. Seriously, I was definitely here for her. I think I'm gonna like her. I know she probably ain't somebody I'm supposed to like. I know she probably about to bring it, about to, do some stuff. But I ain't gonna lie, I did kind of like her. I was kind of feeling her in this first meetup that we had. But she was definitely not feeling Tommy. She don't trust him. She don't like him. Definitely let her son know that. What did y'all think about Moochie? What did you think about this meetup with these two? Claudia going to go talk to Vic, and I don't know.
This is when I had something in my mental Rolodex for later, because she said he stank. Like he ain't bathing, he ain't washing his booty. He don't want to mess with her.
Thinking about washing. All he's doing is waking up and drinking. And I'm sure that alcohol is coming through his pores too.
That's why we know that hooker was just nasty.
Exactly.
Nasty. But pretty much the conversation here is that she's like her dad, and I think I've been saying it. I think that's one of the reasons why her dad is so against her having anything to do with it, because he knows that she's very similar to him and that she's probably somebody that he can't necessarily run like he quote unquote does Vic. You know what I'm saying? And that eventually she'll do something to cross him. You know what I'm saying? That she'll go her own way regardless. So Vic just ain't feeling them at all. So let's go back to this conversation, because I just wanted to touch on that. But let's go back to this conversation. Tamika, talk to me about Abuela and how she felt about the white devil. Her words, not mine.
Yeah, she was on point with that. I mean, he said, he looked out today or whatever, but I'm not stupid. I'm not going to trust him as far as I could see him anyway. And I think it was like, we know that he's not the big boss. He got people he got to answer to. And we also know that Walter's not the big boss. They both got people that they got to answer to before they could do anything. So as much as he's like ready to go take out the Serbs and they disrespected and they came and all of that, is still that protocol that you have to follow. And once she knew that he understood and they was on the same page with everything else, it's like, you want, what I'm saying, grandma to get in that kitchen and make you start to eat, you hungry?
Exactly. Why is that always the go-to thing? Want to feed somebody?
Gotta feed
somebody. Moochie, any comments on this one before we move to the next one?
Look, this is when I found out. I'm like, yo, this dude is just a spoke on the wheel. He's just a soldier. He's not in charge.
Exactly.
He's not in charge. I mean, they gave us little scenes like him coming out to greet Tommy for the drop and all of that. He's just, like I said, he's just a spoke in the wheel. He makes decisions with his men, but that's as far as it goes. She's in charge. That's why she came when the hit happened. He has to answer to his grandmother.
Absolutely. And I think we're going to find out even more that he's not in charge a little bit later, which I find very interesting. So moving on to the next couple of scenes here, we are going to see Stacy trying to get this task force, and she just letting her know, look, you done stepped on too many toes with that whole situation. It's probably not going to happen. But she tells her that if she can get them basically to cooperate, then possibly you could get this, like I could try to help you out. So that's one situation that's happening. But what's more interesting to me is the fact that we have Shanti, y'all. And Shanti is telling, I think somebody said his name was Reeves. Is that his name?
No, that's little K.
Little K? Okay. I was trying to
Mm-hmm.
look in the comments when I was trying to find his name because I
No,
forgot
I
his
got
name.
it's little K.
Okay, good. Thank you. Because I'm trying to remember these soldiers' names. They not staying with me. But okay, Lil K. So he lets it be known that look, I don't really trust Jannard. Like he basically don't trust Jannard. And I think that's the feeling that a lot of people have. But can you imagine this for a second though? You have this organization, right? CBI, and then someone steps in and basically splits it right down the middle. You know what I'm saying? They split up the group, and now I'm supposed to trust you, or I'm supposed to trust you, and now I can't f with this people no more that I've been effing with all this time because they chose this side. It has to be crazy, and you don't really know where people's loyalties lie or who to trust at this point. So do you think that he was valid in the way he was thinking, or is he just so upset about Chewy that he ain't thinking straight?
I think he was valid in the way he was thinking. For the simple fact is, Jannard stabbed his own brother in the back. They know the whole beef situation. You brought somebody up from you brought somebody back to take your brother out because you didn't want to do it, and you set him up. So you set him up last season, and then y'all had the big would you want to trust him if you could do this to your own brother? How do you think you could trust this guy?
Exactly. That's why I had a hard time understanding why people sided with Jannard, but I feel like it had to be the people who are later. Like it had to be the younger
It
group.
is the younger batch. The younger batch is the ones that sided with him, and that's why he has less of the crew. Remember, he got less of the people.
Yeah. Absolutely. Any thoughts on this, and or any thoughts on Shanti's loyalty? I mean, is it because she get in the D, or do she really believe in Jannard like this, Tamika?
It seems like she really believed in him. She said from day one that she let Diamond know, excuse me, that she let Diamond know that she was down for him. Seemed like she probably always wanted something to happen between them. That's the vibe I got from when they first was around each other. We see her over here offering him money every chance he get, and I think that what was his name, little K, he probably valid with what he's saying, but he may have been saying that to the wrong person. You probably should have said that to your little buddy that was back at the shop with Jannard, not her, because she riding with Jannard.
For sure. Definitely riding with him. Okay, y'all. So moving on to Tommy letting Diamond know that hey, we got to play here and we got to take advantage of it. Moochie, talk to me about this plan. Was this a good plan? Was this the play, or you think it was too soon to be making these type of moves?
I thought it was a play straight out the Power universe from Power. So we got a little bit of nostalgia with it, and I think it was a good plan. I think it was a good plan the way he did this, and we're actually seeing Tommy be the brains of the operation. Usually, he's used to just falling in line with certain stuff like this and following instructions, or just letting Ghost handle all of that.
Yeah, for sure. Tamika, any thoughts on this? Do you think this was the right play or the right move, or was this way too soon?
Yeah, I thought it was a good plan. I ain't gonna lie, just because that was just so kind of random and out in the open, the way they told everything for him to even be able to hear in the first place, I wasn't too sure if they was trying to set him up to see like, oh, if he was gonna show up there or whatever would happen. But once we seen like what his idea was and how they was gonna do it, even though I thought it was some goofy parts in the way they executed it, I was like, okay, I see where y'all going with this.
Let's go to the chat real quick. Okay, so Monique said, "Grandma's always trying to fatten up kids. Gotta love them." Absolutely. Jannard tried to off his brother Diamond better than me, though. I like Shanti a lot, but I feel she will be eliminated for the sake of Jannard. I think she's gonna not last too. At this point, Jannard a prostitute. Every time Shanti gets a D, she has to spin the bag. Little Kate was right in his thinking, but he was voicing his concerns to the wrong person. Agreed, writing him more ways than one. Yeah, she definitely is. I think Shanti gonna play Jannard and take over the crew. She got money in it and know all his weaknesses. Oh, that's good.
That's interesting.
Maybe that was the plan.
What's up, Rick James?
What's up, Rick? I'm Rick James. What's up? Okay, so but that's a good thought. That's a good theory. I didn't really think about that. Maybe so. Definitely, maybe so. Shanti will not be around too much longer. Yeah, I don't think Shanti gonna be around too much longer either. Not the way she caping for Jannard. Okay, y'all. So we were kind of alluding to this part right here. And Moochie, I'm pretty sure this is what you were talking about when the prostitute decides she's gonna go and give him a BJ, as they say. They call it a BJ. When she gives him a BJ, and I'm like, dude is funky, and you out here giving out BJs.
This was such a random scene. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I thought it was a dream at first.
Yeah, it was very random. I got what they were trying to lead up to in the sense of trying to, push the Flynn's back together, like trying to force Walter to have to come and save him. And I got that, but it was very random. It was crazy. And I'm like, a robbery and you didn't even hardly take anything. What in the world are we doing? Come on now. That don't make sense to me.
So
Moochie, go
he
Moochie.
performs so he performs funky fellatio. Funky fellatio, then he gets hit with the stun gun and look like a fish out of water after that. Look. Why?
Yeah, they could have forced this scene.
And it was just like, you know how stuff don't get out of your head when you see the next scene? And it's like, you still got the same clothes on. You still look drunk. So that means you still smell.
Stanky.
Funky fellatio.
Let's shift gears to Miguel, because it's in this scene that we find out that Miguel ain't got the juice at all. I mean, we was kind of figuring it out with Abuela, but we really figure it out when we get to this scene right here. I mean, when I say he ain't got no juice, he ain't got no juice. He sat up here, he got screwed with no lube right here. Like, this man just told him what he was gonna do to his sister, and he couldn't do nothing, y'all.
Nothing, not a zero zip. Okay, straight, no Vaseline.
Okay, exactly, Tamika. Go ahead and just tell me, what were your first thoughts, girl, when you saw this?
I just was like, damn, I felt kind of bad for Miguel for a minute, because it was like, if he was begging, and then he kind of went through, oh no, we can't go for that. They came at us. They took my men. I'm not going to go for that. And when he said, oh yeah, you will go for that. You're going to go for exactly that. You're going to do what the hell I say, because at the end of the day, he got agreements too. And he's, worried about the pipeline. So that's the bigger picture for him. So anything else is basically irrelevant. I was like, well, damn, that's interesting. And basically, I'm going to have your sister my way, then my boys is going to have her their way, then I'm going to send her to Mexico, and they going to have her their way there, and then we going to cut her from ear to ear. I said, well, damn, you can't, listen, I want to know what Grandma think about that. I was
Exactly. This was crazy.
He told him to see her. Do you think she's like, since we brought up this whole Griselda thing, do you think that she's the person? If he be like, Grandma, he said he's gonna take care of sister, and Grandma step in? I don't know.
I don't know. Grandma might have to come for a sit-in.
Okay. I don't know. This one right here is kind of interesting, and because I want to see what the dynamics are between him and Abuela at this point. And yes, Monique, I'm gonna keep saying it. Because girl, I think I got it. I'm just gonna keep saying it until I get it all the way. Monique said, I think I know. She said, I think I'm bilingual now, girl. Yes, I do. But seriously though, I am very interested in the dynamics of this grandmother and this guy. I don't know his name. If anybody knows his name, you can put his name in the chat. But I just didn't catch it. I don't remember them saying it, and I didn't go look it up. But that part is going to be the most interesting part to me because clearly Miguel has no juice at all, and I was dumbfounded. I was like, so we done built this guy up, and he ain't SHIT. He just a soldier. Like he literally just
he's
a soldier.
definitely.
That's all he is. He's a soldier. He's just a spoke on the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
He's
a higher ranking soldier, but he ain't at the top.
Exactly.
He's not a decision making thing. He's in charge of the drops and all of that other stuff. That's why he's so forceful to get his ends, because if he don't get that money right, then they gonna be on his tail.
Exactly.
Wait. So was the shootout staged? No, I don't think the shootout was staged. I think the shootout that was the Serbs.
Not the first one.
Yeah, Grandma, you got the shoes. Okay, so his name is Chi. Okay, y'all. So let's move on. Let's see here. So we back again to Shanti. And Shanti, well, let's talk about this first before we go to Shanti. So Jannar gets a visit from Merkovich, and he lets him know, like, look, until I get my territory, you basically got to pay a tax. Like, he is basically making him pay money. And we all know that this is money that Jannar does not have. Jannar owes everybody at this point, so he don't have this money to give. He's saving up the money for Miguel. He got that money set aside, but now because of this, now he has to give up this money to pay Merkovich, and then we're gonna have a conversation between him and Shanti, who's gonna end up giving him money again. Like, oh my goodness. Somebody in the chat was right. She really is paying for the D at this point. Tamika, what's the deal? What you think?
Yeah, I was like, now you done gave up Miguel money to Merkovich. Like, how's that supposed to work? And here comes Shanti again, saving the day. And then he over here talking about something. I want to eat you for dinner. I say, you ain't got time for that, Jannar. You got to replace this money. Like, I don't know how y'all still got SEX on y'all mind. That should be the last thing on your mind right now.
Okay. She's talking about, I hope you hungry, Ninja. I was like, y'all doing too much
bon
right
appetit.
Now. Bon appetit. Mochi, what you thought about this?
Jannar is robbing Peter to pay Paul, robbing Miguel to pay Melkovich. And this is going to come back to hurt him if he don't get this in line. So at first I was like, yo, even his mans was like, wasn't that Miguel's money?
What's up, support gaming? Yeah, exactly.
Like, he looks scared already. Like, he got bubble guts and all of that.
Facts. What up, support gaming? Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. I mean, like you said, robbing Peter to pay Paul, but we do have Captain Save 'em come through, or women can be captain. Okay, I don't think there's a female version of captain. We got Captain Save 'em come through, and there she goes. She gives him the money, and if it wasn't for her, like, I don't know what Jannar would have done, because he darn sure couldn't go to his brother. He ain't got nobody else that he can turn to at this point. So it is what it is. So let's move on, y'all. Okay, there goes Stinky Boo. This is when him and his daddy are going to have a conversation. And this is when Vic very adamantly tells him, like, hey, I'll do this, but Claudia can't be involved. Now, before, we don't really know why he's saying this, or did you guys did you feel like you knew why he didn't want Claudia involved, Tamika? Like, was there a thought process on it, or did you not really put that much thought into it?
I mean, I felt like he already been said he didn't want to be bothered with Claudia when it came to the partnership that they were supposed to have. They didn't even last 24 hours. He was like, I'm not messing with you. And then he'll still have those moments where it's like, I'm trying to protect you. She basically dissed the hell out of him when he told her that. I mean, she took it low, even though what she was saying was true. I said, damn, that was nasty work, okay? Shout out to OT. That was nasty work when she told him, you can't even run right. So I wasn't too shocked with him saying that. And Vic is still like, he's not going to forget about this whole Gloria thing. So at the end of the day, remember his original plan when he thought him and Claudia was going to be a team was we going to make that think we down with him, but really we going to, basically be against him. And I was kind of laughing when Walter was like, what happened between you and your sister now? Like, get out of here. You don't give a damn. And he played the card because he knew at the end of the day his father really wanted him anyway. He was only taking Claudia as the substitute. So it was like, okay, the only way I'm going to come is if you drop her. And he knew he was going to fall for the okie doke. And then that was going to make Claudia feel stupid at the same time, too, because she just all gassed up.
Okay, thinking she about to run a play, but she ain't about to run nothing.
Right.
Any thoughts on this before we move on to the next part?
With him, with Victor, he's got in his mind, you know what it is? Even though he got an apology from his father about Gloria, he knows it's only being said because of what he has done. And it's not a sincere apology.
Yeah.
It's not a sincere apology. And he feeling some kind of way about it where he like, I don't want to work with my father and I don't want to work with my sister.
Yeah.
So he's done with the family to me. He really feel like he feel like he want to crawl down right in that grave with Gloria.
Yeah, it was a time when I was going to tell him to do that. I'm like, you might as well get the shovel and start digging, Vic, for real.
Okay, because you doing too much, bro. Like, way too much. Walter don't get, okay, he really don't. Walter, this he sees, there's something that he needs. And whenever he needs something, that's when he tries to play on whichever one that he can play on.
And even Tommy gave him that advice when he came to the grave. He was saying, oh, get down with CPR. Then he was like, well, your family full of crap. Like, take them down. Do what you got to do.
Exactly. Do what you gotta do. So y'all, your boy Diamond is just up in here, getting it in left and right. Now, when that police officer came in there, did she get y'all, Moochie? Did she get you? Did she get you?
Yes, she got me.
Yeah, she got me.
Because at first I was like, oh, dang. I thought, you know what I thought? I thought Janard put a call in. At first, when it happened, I thought Janard put a call in. And then I was like, well, dag, maybe the urine came back dirty, but we ain't see him no more. So I was like, nah, that guy, the way he is, he would have took him right then and there. So I think he was like, you know how they got the little strip they dip in there where you know you dirty right away? So that, I feel like now, I actually thought he was getting arrested. I really did. They got me. And I was already moving ahead with, dag, are we going to see this? Are we going to see him go back to prison? Are we going to see this and that? So, yeah.
Monique said she thought it was a dream. Listen, I think we done said that about 3-4 times with about 3 or 4 scenes in here that we thought it was a dream, like, because it was several scenes in here that was like, oh my goodness, what y'all doing? Tamika, any thoughts before we move to the next one?
Yeah, they definitely got me with that one. I was thinking like the PO put in a poll or something like that as well. But then when we see her, laid out and she over here sniffing and stuff, offering him, so I was like, well, wait a minute. I said, well, damn, Diamond really chilling. He really getting it in. So I guess this was his boo thing. This is how he was making it through the tough days while he was locked up.
Heck yeah, he was cutting his hair and getting booty on the low. She was bringing him McDonald's and all of that, bro.
Okay.
I'll bring you some food in tomorrow when I come back.
She over here active for round 2.
Low key says they really trying to turn Diamond into Ghost. It ain't working. I actually thought the opposite. I
thought the opposite.
Yeah, I never thought they were trying to turn him into Ghost. I figured a lot of people would think that just because of the dynamics of what it is, but I just see so many differences. I see more differences than similarities. So I don't know, but I guess we shall see as we continue to move on. And
I don't see him as a ghost. I mean, nobody's not going to be no ghost. There's only one ghost. But he definitely be giving me we come in peace, brother vibes. Like he want to be the peaceful drug dealer.
Okay.
But I do think he's a thinker, and I actually like that part about him. What I didn't like about him, as far as what we saw in season 1, is it was always that 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Yeah, I'm down. No, I'm not. So with this season, I said I wanted to see him like, if you in, you in. If you out, you out. Period.
Exactly. And I feel like he is committed to it now.
Yeah.
I don't feel
for
like
sure.
he's on the fence. He's compartmentalizing all of his things where he got his job away from that.
Mhm.
And yeah, I feel like now we know he's all in.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Support Gaming said plot twist D-Mac will turn into the Chicago Ghost.
You so
Okay, yeah.
silly.
So here's the big play. The big play is that they are going to make it look like the Serbs took the product and they're actually going to take the product. I was like, okay, just leave it to Tommy to come up with some mess. You know what I'm saying? And this is what they do, and it actually works. Now, I don't know what was the point in taking his mask off and showing. I honestly
Yeah,
thought,
they could have cut that part out. That's when it got corny for me. Tommy, and then he punches him, and Diamond come in. That whole scene right there, I was like, yeah, no, that was a little cheesy.
That was my little rant right there with this scene. You got him dominating his strong back, and you mean to tell me you all gonna use a truck to take out this dude?
just thought it was unnecessary. I'm just like, why did we have to show him the face? We could have just kept
And you know
going.
what's gonna happen now? Why did they do that?
Yeah.
It was really unnecessary, but the play worked. They got the powder. They got the bodies laying there to make it look like the Serbs did all of this. So there's that. So moving to Claudia and Walter, y'all. So basically he telling her now, look, girly, your brother's back and you out. You know what I'm saying? Can you hit me with your Walter Flynn voice, Moochie? What he tell her?
You're out. You don't have any balls. Your brother's got the balls. It was my project. How are you taking me out? You don't. That's the problem. You don't have any balls. All they was talking about was BALLS.
Okay. It was just so much. I know it's too late, but Tommy should have established the street name in season 1. Why he out here telling everyone his name?
Yeah,
right?
everybody. We was talking about that earlier. Tommy Egan. I'm like, really? Everybody know your name now.
You
like, everybody knows their name.
Exactly.
Like this, and we already know what's gonna happen next. They saying his name like this, so pretty soon, y'all sending out dog whistles for this lady. Y'all are sending out dog whistles for Blanca Rodriguez. She's gonna come in like a witch on a broom after Tommy.
Absolutely. Well, I've been waiting on her because she definitely gonna pop up. So then we get with Miguel. Now Miguel feels like he's about to make a big mistake, y'all, because Miguel is hot. He hotter than fish grease right now because he feels like the Serbs have taken his product and he not trying to let this stand, but he had his orders, right? So what do y'all think he's gonna do? Tamika, do you think that he's about to go after the Serbs? Is he about to go again?
I mean, it looked like it. He pissed off. Now the question is, does he go back again to Chi? I'm assuming not, because she already said what he said. Does he go back to Grandma and she go have a sit down with Chi? Because I mean, you already had the shooting. Now you got this, which he thinks is the Serbs robbing him and taking out some of his men. So we just supposed to keep letting them take our stuff and do all this craziness. What made me laugh too, which was another little bit of a goof to me, was when he lifted up the mask and he seen that it was the Serb, and the guy got a hole in his head, but yet there's no hole in the mask and it ain't no blood on the mask that he lifting up. And he's like, the Serb.
Hey, it's all in the details, and they got to know that these power fans out here be paying attention to all these details.
Yeah, but you know what though, to not to be like Debbie Downer with this. He's so focused on that product and being going and how he gonna recoup this money. He ain't think about the intricate details like that. Because right now, you know, when you mad, you don't think stuff all the way through. And that's where he is with that right now.
Mm-hmm. And Tommy knew that that's what the case was gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That makes sense though. He not thinking about that. He too hot right now, so he ain't thinking about all the little things that that would have been like.
He was hot.
Yeah, of course. Look, he's like, how are we gonna recoup this money?
Right. Exactly. Moochie, what did you think about this conversation that Tommy and Diamond are having, and how Diamond tells him, you know, like, do you even care about dying? You know, like, what did you think about this?
He doesn't though. He lost everything. That was the conversation that Miguel had earlier with the guy that was telling him about Julio and how he lost his girl. He lost his business. Because remember, this is everything.
Yeah, they all knowing his whole life story.
Yeah, they knew his whole life story. He knew he lost his girl, his business, and his you know, his man, like his partner. So he don't have a person like that don't have nothing to lose. He's going to utilize this, and that's what he said.
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Agreed. Tamika, any thoughts on this before we move on?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Diamond's still kind of getting to know Tommy. He don't know about him in the aspect that we do. As soon as he said that, it's like, no, he don't give a damn, right? And what that Tommy told him, you know, every day I wake up, I think this could be the day I could die. Like, it is what it is, and I'm going to do what I got to do.
Exactly.
I think he had a reality check though when he said that, because that's the same thing that Ghost was saying to him.
Mm-hmm.
That, you know, you got to walk before you run to certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And he had. I know somebody said it earlier. This is the only time I believe he sounded similar to Ghost. In this episode though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. I think that the big homie Jay, aka Roas, is coming into play within the next couple of episodes.
Oh, definitely.
Probably so, because they gonna be moving to prisons, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. But I actually thought that he was gonna come the next episode when the whole arrest scene happened. Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying. Like, we might see some people and stuff like that. But we said, now that we know that she's from the prison, we are gonna see some people.
Yeah,
they gotta move. Now they got extra product.
Right.
It's going inside the prison.
Yeah.
And that's how I know for a fact that Diamond was running the stuff from inside. Yeah. Diamond was making moves on the outside, but Diamond had everything locked down. He got all the people locked down. He's sitting here saying that it's gonna be some division when they get inside. I doubt it.
Yeah,
I doubt it. There's not gonna be treason inside unless treason get knocked and go in there now.
Right.
Exactly.
So y'all think little K is gonna snitch? Oh, I'll wait.
I don't know. No, you fine. Because I was just thinking that. I was like, I wonder if little K gonna flip, because there's gonna be the scene where Stacy's husband, I can't think of the lieutenant, is talking to him, and I'm like, that's gonna be interesting. He got no loyalty to Tommy though, so and you can't stand him right now. And you know how people are; they street code go out the window when you can't stand somebody, and you know what I'm saying. Like, so I don't know. I think he might think about it, but we shall see. So y'all, we're back to where Shanti has to get real with Jannard and let him know, like, look, this all cute and everything, and I ain't trying to mess up the vibe, but you got to get your ass together. When it's all said and done, like, your people do not trust you. I definitely think there was a lot of validity to what she was saying. It is completely true. It makes 100% sense. And she's right there. She's hearing what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna have to get it together. Any thoughts on what Shanti said to Jannard, Moochie, or Tamika, either?
She was speaking facts. If you don't get your troops in line, they gonna walk. He could end up losing all his people with the moves that he's making, because people are so unsure of him.
Absolutely. This is random, but imagine if 50 Cent got you.
You know what? They do not speak at all. That would not happen. Spoken from Queens.
Y'all think Rojas gonna have his hands in the prison market? I don't know. What you think, Moochie?
Well, yes, he's gonna have his hands in moving this stuff. Um, that's who he's probably gonna go to. Hey, you want to make some money? Who don't?
Yeah, that would make sense though. I mean, I could see that. Shanti might be the one to take out Lil K. She might have to at this point. Because he messing up stuff for everybody when you really think about it, and we'll talk about that here in just a second after we get through Vic. So Vic is at the scene, at the place that he likes to spend his time at right now. Like Tamika said, we just need to go ahead and get him a plot right next to her because clearly he can't keep his butt away from here. But this is when we hear his plan, and his plan is simply to make him believe that he's in with him, but that he's going to dismantle the organization from within. Like he is all in and ready to go. Do you think that he will carry this out? Do you think that this is going to stay his thought process, or will there be something that will deter him from going this route? Tamika, you go first.
I think Vic is dead set on this, after losing Gloria. This might be the only thing that actually makes him take a bath and stop drinking for a daggone minute, because now he actually has something that's motivating him. Is he gonna be successful? Probably not, but time will tell.
Absolutely. Moochie, what are your thoughts?
If Vic doesn't stop drinking, he might be able to execute this. If he's still spiraling out of control, this could go sideways. And it could be detrimental to him.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, y'all. So we're coming towards the end here. We're coming towards a climax and something that is going to change a lot of things, the trajectory of how things are going. Now, there's always a cause and an effect. And because Tommy took out Chewy, Lil K, whatever his name is, gets mad and upset and doesn't listen to Jannard and decides that he's going to try to take out Tommy, which inadvertently is going to set off another chain of events and cause this whole situation where the task force can now more than likely be started because a child's life has been taken, and now this task force is going to come to fruition. And it all started from taking out Chewy, because they weren't gonna get this task force if none of this happened. So it's like it
this
all
is
set
gonna
off
bring it all together. Yep.
Exactly.
It's probably the only way that she's gonna get it, because even when she was asking a man, her husband, whatever he was, about it, even he was saying, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to help you with that. And we already know she was having the whole issue with CPD and whether they would be able to work with her. Now that they have a common denominator and they have a little girl that has been caught in the crossfire, that's going to give the opening for her to be able to get the task force. And also, this is going to turn things up and bring out all out, war, unfortunately, because little K was being hard-headed and still went. And also because Tommy did not listen to what Diamond told him and went and took out Chewy. It's like, these are the repercussions of it now. It's going to be a ripple effect.
Exactly. Moochie, what are your final thoughts of this particular scene and just the overall episode?
This task force is going to be approved. The block is about to get hot. It's about to get real hot now, because now a little girl has been put down. I thought little K really messed that job up. You had a time enough to aim, because he didn't see you. He's busy in that sandwich eating it and watching the lady. And you was too anxious, where if you lined it up right, you could have got your mark. And Tommy pulled off so smooth. He didn't even really, you didn't see him speed off until after he was already gone. So
right.
I knew it wasn't executed right, and now it's gonna be a lot of blowback from this.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely gonna be a lot of blowback from it. And I, for one, am just like, okay, where are we about to go with this? I'm kind of, I have a love-hate relationship with Blanca, but I do kind of want to see her come into it. I want to see how it's all going to play out. I always like it when people almost get caught, but you don't really want them to get caught, but you just want the realism of them at least getting close, because I don't think it's really been any A team on any of these powers that's ever just got the job completely done. And I don't expect this A team to be any different, but I am here for the ride. Um, Tamika, final thoughts on this episode?
Yeah, like I said, I enjoyed it. I was in here laughing, screaming. Some parts, like I said, was a little cheesy. Where I was like, "All right, yeah, y'all could have just cut that completely out," but nonetheless. And overall, I still enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to see where we going next. It looked like from what we see in the preview that Jannar now got to make some decisions, and he's still gonna have to deal with, the things that he got to deal with. And on top of that, and it looked like little K is talking to the, lieutenant. So I'm curious what he gonna say, because he's part of the reason why that whole situation happened. We know he ain't gonna tell on himself. So it's like, what moves he gonna be making, and what else was it? It was something else I was about to say. It just came to me and left just that quick. But yeah, no, overall, Tommy stepping to Jannar and telling him, like, you better take care of it, or I'm gonna take care of you.
Exactly. On that trailer, I was like, "Oh, okay, let's get it." Like, I'm ready to see what is going to go. Like, I'm actually excited for the next episode, and I can honestly say that I was not in that same feeling on the first season. And I'm not trying to trash it or anything. It's just I didn't feel that way. I was just kind of going through the motion of looking at it because it was Tommy, but there were too many lows, just not enough highs. But right now, I feel like we're in a constant high, and we got that power rush. Like, what's gonna happen next? What's about to go down next? And anticipating it. Moochie, what are your feels about that particular part of it? Are you in it this go around, or were you in it last go around? Let me make
was
sure.
in it last go around. I feel like I'm patient. I wanted to see some character development. So I felt like a lot of things needed to take time to happen, because we're getting a new set of people that's coming to the group. So I'm patiently waiting, and now I feel like it's about to happen. It's about to happen. Things is getting set off, and we know the block is about to be hot now. They're not gonna be able to move this product, so they got to think of other ways to move this now. So now we're gonna see why Tommy is and Diamond are now the dominant ones in the game.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, all right, guys. So that is actually it for this particular episode. Those were, that was everything that went down. And like I said, I'm excited to see what's going to go down next. Tamika, what you got going on your channel?
I got my power recap up, my love after lockup, love during lockup, the season finale. The Shy, Zatima. I had some problems, so if y'all watch my recaps, I had something was coming out late, but then when I decided to finally do them, child, when I saw y'all everything under the sun went wrong, like my internet was acting up, my mic was acting up, my freaking storage was full, so I tried my best. I put out what I could. Those was all up. And tomorrow we got the Zatima live. Myself and EJ, make sure that y'all join us for that. Yes. And we also, of course, have Thursday night with the ladies. I'll let her tell y'all about that. And we just did the shop. Y'all just so happen to miss that one. Make sure y'all go and check out that, okay? Every week we do these. So, tune in. If you come back on the replay, let us know replay game you came back.
Alrighty. Thank you so much. I am Kia Nate. We appreciate you for sure. Moochie, what you got going on your channel this week?
I got going on my channel. Didn't check it out. I have my Powerbookforce review up. I did the Shy. We went live. We talked about winning time tonight. So if you didn't catch that, catch the replay. And we will be doing a trailer breakdown. And I also had a video up explaining the timeline between Powerbook 2 and Powerbook Powerbookivforce, and people want me to elaborate more on it. So we're gonna talk. We're gonna do a live and talk about it, as well as with the predictions. When we do the predictions and the trailer breakdown, that is gonna be a part of the discussion. So come on in. We're gonna get it in, and that's about it, y'all. Thank you.
That's what's up. I'm thinking about doing a predictions or at least a trailer breakdown or something, but I'm not really sure. Sometimes I be overextending myself, so I'm gonna say I'm gonna think about it because it's a possibility. If not, I might do it as like a short or a reel or something like that. Just
Mm-hmm.
so I have to do too much to it. But so definitely, like Tamika said, we got our Zatima tomorrow. So make sure you guys check that out if you are a Zatima fan. So a lot to talk about there. And then we got the second part of the Bobby Brown story. I'm ready to talk about the second part of the Bobby
Me
Brown
too.
story. And then I'll just be uploading different videos. I got to get more into Power. Like I said, once I kind of get my schedule back on track to where I'm not so overwhelmed with stuff, I'll get back to just really posting videos. I just kind of got myself spread thin right now with my other stuff, but it is what it is. We're going to get it together. We're going to get it together. So anyway, let me go to the chat because as always, I am so happy that people come through. They show up. They talk to us. We appreciate you guys. Support Gaming came through. Greta came through. Candy Love, my girl, she came through. Bria Little hitting us with all the deets. Appreciate you coming through. I am Kia. Nate, appreciate you as well. Renee was in the building. Tall Glass came through. I'm Rick James Biatch came through. I love that name. Loki came through. So we appreciate all of you guys. Jazzy Mac, AG, RD was in the building. Inga was in the building. Monique 69 Ways. We appreciate you always coming through. James Kelly was in the building. Yeah, so we had a lot of people show up, and then all the people who don't necessarily say anything, but you still show up, we certainly appreciate you guys. And we're about to get up out of here. So until next time, guys, peace.